look at a service called Firebase. Yeah.
I read something about context, and it was
Mm-hmm.
giving me saying like it's not good to use it.
Right.
Can you use it? Why is that?
Right. So context, you may find yourself asking, isn't there a better way to pass down props through multiple levels of components? Because if it's going all the way from app through main to note list to note, that seems a little ridiculous. And kind of the built-in answer in React to that question is context. But if you look it up in the React docs, it's like nothing but warnings not to use it, basically. Yeah. So first, there's this note saying that the prop types helper is deprecated, and we recommend using the prop types library to find context types, blah, blah, blah. And then why not to use context. The vast majority of applications do not need to use context. If you want your application to be stable, don't use context. Well, who the heck doesn't want their app to be stable, right? And there's also, if you aren't familiar with state managed libraries like Redux or MobX, don't use context. So I think behind this particular advice is the idea that don't use it unless you know what you're giving up. Unless you know what the alternative is. Because probably if you know about Redux and you're tempted to use context, you're going to use Redux instead. So yeah, there's some stuff that's deprecated, and it's just not a piece that they maintain a whole heck of a lot because it's not really the future. So that's the answer. But it is sort of the built-in way to pass props down more than one level without hitting every level in between. Redux is a completely different data store than state. And the truth is most React apps of any significant size use Redux these days. We don't have time to get into it in this class, unfortunately. So we're definitely going to send you with some of our favorite links for learning that thing. It's a little bit like using Firebase, which is what we're going to do next. So it's just a totally different pattern. But we thought it was a little much to drop on you on top of everything else with React in such a short time. It's basically a choice between that and routing. So we will direct you towards some tutorials. But yeah, kind of the short answer why not to use context is you should probably be using Redux instead.